Yeah, a warm welcome to you wherever you are joining us from across the globe. My name is Ashaloluwafemi, and this is Sports Africa. This is where we discuss everything regarding football and other sports on the continent. Welcome once again, Kyle Ogundari and James Agberebi. They joined the show. So much to talk about. A lot went down over the weekend, so we'll be taking you through our regular programming. First of all, I welcome Kyle and James. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Femi. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. Happy to be here.
All right, okay. So, of course, we'll be taking you through our continental roundup. Of course, we get to the big talking point, as well as the big match went down over the weekend. I told you Desire versus Experience. We'll be telling you how that went down. And, of course, our star ended diaspora. We'll be going to Zambia today. But let's get started with, of course, continental roundup. Over the weekend, we saw a fight between two African brothers in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and there's been a lot of issues regarding that because some people believe the integrity of the sport is at stake. And the Nigeria Football Federation, the application window for the vacant position of the Super Eagles manager closes 6 p.m. on Tuesday evening, and we do not know whether that is going to be extended. So we'll be telling you who is in and who is out. Before we get to the talking point, let's go on this brief break. We'll be back. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back. This is still Sport Africa. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please tell someone to tell someone about our channel and what we're doing right now. We've told you many times that if you think there are certain things that we could do or that we can do right here to improve our content, please let us know in the comment section. If there's anything regarding football where you are in Africa and even in diaspora regarding Africans, please put this in the comment section. We'll read all of those comments and we try to see what we can do about it. All right, let's get started. Kyle, let's get started with Nigeria right here. Like I said in the continental roundup, these are going to be the 2 points are going to be our focal point today. The window of application for the job closes tomorrow, Tuesday, Nigerian time, and we do not know who is in, who is out. We've heard a number of ex-internationals express interest in Nomen Amuneke, John Otaka, and I think those are the two that we know as far as we are concerned. We do not know which expatriate has actually applied for the job. We don't even know if it is attractive anymore to expatriate since Jose Pesero took a walk from this position. And remember, the NFF released a list of players for the upcoming international friendly between the Super Eagles, Ghana and Mali coming on later this week. So Nigeria and Ghana, we do not even have a coach right now. We're already planning for a match.
It shows how absurd things have gotten. I'm going to refer you to something I said a long time ago, even before Pesero came on board. I said the Nigerian coaching job is a poison chalice. No self-respecting manager would take that job because apart from the quantum of talent that is undoubtedly available in Nigeria, the job itself, the working conditions, is not something any self-respecting person will want to take. And we've seen the fact that a Pesero could turn his nose, at Nigeria should tell you something about what the job is. You see, we can fool ourselves for all we like. The job is not all it is made up to be. It is glamorous. You have some of the best players on the continent to work with, but what are the working conditions? What are the expectations of the federation and of the people of Nigeria? It is a story building high, but then the working condition is not what it should be for anybody. Of course, at the end of the day, from the look of things, if we do not see anybody applying, we might be stuck with having indigenous coaches again, and then we see how long that's going to take before we start globetrotting looking for a foreign manager again. The thing, the commonsensical thing to do for me is if the federation were a serious one, they should appoint for an home base. I said home base, an indigenous coach, and swim or sink with the guy. whoever that is going to be. I don't even have a candidate as it is, but whoever you are going to appoint, stick with him through the rough. Of course, there will be the rough times and there will be the good times. At the end of the day, the country will be the better for it. So that's what I think.
Okay, James, today makes it exactly since the end of the 2023 AFCON, and I remember that the GFA set up a committee to search for a new manager for the Black Stars. It's like I said, a month now. There has been no headway because there's not been any announcement regarding who is the new coach of the Black Stars. And the Super Eagles, just within the frame of 2 weeks, there's already a deadline, 6 p.m. Or Tuesday evening Nigerian time. And do you think that that is rather short because you might not be able to enclose maybe the best of the applications for? I'm talking about the NFF right now.
So for me, it just shows the unseriousness of the NFF. I mean, if just like what they said that the Super Eagles coaching job now is no more attractive to coaches. That's why you see the NFF putting it out like a normal vacancy, that come and apply. And I mean, the serious body will go all out to get who they want. You don't even need to announce it. You just go get the person you want and move on. But I mean, it's now free for all. Even they put in the time frame and I mean, you start attracting all kinds of coaches. Fine, I won't mind if the local coach is appointed because I mean we've seen that all they need is support and encouragement. But in our own cases here, it's as if the NFF is doing them a favor. I mean, we have the likes of Sibikeshi, Amadi Shaibu, and the likes who had to go through hell. Especially when it comes to terms of money. So for me, it's I don't know. It's like we are going over the same thing again. That recycling stuff. We still find ourselves back here again. Femi, I'm telling you this because a serious and a body will go out, look for a decent coach. You go for what you want. You look at the team there. You go for what you feel that suits the team. But I mean, since you've made it an open stuff, anybody can come and apply. You start going through interviews and later start hearing all kinds of things. So for me, we've been here before and we continue to say the same thing all over. As long as we have the kind of people who run our football, we will continue to say the same thing and continue to sound like broken record.
Okay, Kyle, a lot of people are saying that the Super Eagles got about $4 million for reaching the final of the 2023 AFCON, because some are saying the reason why the NFF are actually even advertising the job in the first place is because of money. Just like you said, if it was what it used to be, the federation will have gone after the coach that they wanted and just bring him down. But at the moment, they are trying to perhaps even limit the kind of applications they have. I don't know whether you understand, because now you have all manner, not just applying for the job. But some are saying, yeah, there is $4 million on ground. So why wouldn't you just go after the coach you want? While some are saying the money is not really even there, that money might be used for some of that thing. And that is why most likely you might have a local indigenous coach, I should say, who might not even get paid as much as he should at the end of the day.
Well, I'm not sure having 4 million is enough to go shopping for a manager. Let's say, how long is that 4 million going to last before?
$4 million?
Yeah, how long is it going to last before you start? Because, see, the truth is, the NFF is not without other financial responsibilities. There are coaches who are being owed for forever. There are other coaches who are going to be paid. There are staff who are going to be paid, even though we know how, because of the financial opacity of the NFF, that we do not have an idea of how monies are made and how monies are spent. It is difficult to just come up with things with projections about what they should do with the 4 million. Of course, you're not going to hear anything about this 4 million, Femi. All they will do is next time they're going to go cap in hand to the Ministry of Sports, to the minister, to the presidency, that they need money, they need somebody to come and help offset the salary of the coach, whoever that is going to be, and all of this. We see this, we keep going around in circles, Femi. And for me, it's becoming monotonous that every time you get together to talk about this, you keep saying the same thing. You don't see any change because those who are there, Femi, I'm not claiming a monopoly of knowledge, but because they are not, they do not have this mindset of creating wealth, even though they are sitting on a gold mine. They do not have that mindset. The mindset they have is that of a typical typical civil servants who are there. They ask for funding from government. They spend the money with zero or little accountability, and then they move on. So I'm in that sentence, I'm trying to answer the question I know you're going to ask about why they don't get sponsors. No corporate organization put their money where there's no accountability. The NFF is famous for not being particularly accountable. So it is difficult to see anybody want to put their money. The only monies they can get and play around with will be government subventions, which they have done all through history. And so they are not creative enough to do anything. The amount of money that the immediate past administration of PINIC claimed they got from sponsors. I was at an event when he said they were 92% self-funding, and that in the next 2 or 3 weeks they were going to sign some other contract that will take them to 100% self-funding. Femi, we never got to that. They still go cap in hand to the sports ministry, to the presidency, looking for money. So I still think some people must be called to come and come and account for their stewardship.
Well said, Carol. I think accountability is rather the issue for me, rather than even the finances as it were. Okay, so the Super Eagles will be taking on Ghana on the 22nd, and of course they'll be taking on Mali on the 26th in this month of FIFA window. Those matches will be taking place in Marrakesh, Morocco. So we'll see what happens. Of course, NFF Technical Director Augustin Gapoya has been touted to take charge of the two games, while the NFF continue to sort out the issue of coaching. James, let's talk about what happened over the weekend in Saudi Arabia. Two African brothers found themselves in the center of the ring, Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. And James, 6 minutes, and we have money rolling. We had Ngannou making $20 million and Anthony Joshua $50 million. James, in just 6 minutes. James, aren't we going to take into boxing?
Femi, it's like I think they are taking the sport of boxing to I don't know what's really happening with boxing now. They are messing the sport up. All kinds of people now coming to just give us some shabby stuff, and the next thing you start hearing how they're breaking this amount, they've done this, they've done that. I think the sport is going out of, I don't know. It's sad. I didn't really pay more attention to it, because it's like, I mean, we continue to see things like this. The last time it was Fury and Ngannou, where they felt that Ngannou should have won. I knew that there was no way he was going to defeat Fury. The whole thing just look as if you are watching a well scripted stuff. I mean, I watched the Joshua fight, and I mean, there was nothing to be so joyous about it. It's just two people who just made good money out of the event. The organizers.
Ngannou made $10 million in the game against Fury.
Yeah. Fury then made $20 million. So it's about people just cashing out. I mean, we hardly see top fights anymore. We just see people just stroll into the sport, raking millions, and they're off, and people keep clapping. I mean, things are not going well in terms for when it comes to box. We don't see tough fights anymore. We don't see the days of the Mike Tyson, the Holyfield. I always say now I learned one Jake Paul. One, I think is a content creator. He's going to fight Mike Tyson, a 7-year-old Mike. So I mean, that goes to tell you where the sport is heading to. It's all about money, and they are all heading to Saudi Arabia, and those are people who are ready to throw in any amount of money. So for me, let's just enjoy the ride, since this is what the sport is all about now.
Okay, all right. Kayode, is boxing fast becoming a laughing stock? Because I saw your post on social media, and you said you believe the fight was not necessary at all. We saw the stars who trooped out. I even saw Mourinho. I saw Rambabel. I saw a lot of football stars, current and former, who went to Saudi Arabia to watch that game. But is boxing fast becoming an entertainment rather than a sport, Kayode?
I think the Americans, sadly, are turning boxing into WWE. That's what I think. They are turning it into wrestling, which is entertainment. like I said in that post, I do not see any professional reason why that bout should have held in the first place. Because for me, it amounted to nothing. What if Joshua had lost that fight to Ngannou? What is it? How does it affect? And this was the guy
His boxing career,
you
really.
plucked him from nowhere, and he's not even fighting his way through the ranks. He's fighting the top guys. To what purpose? If he had won against Fury or AJ, would he become the #1 contender in the world? So for me, it's becoming
For
entertainment.
WCWBO,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's becoming entertainment. And for that guy, Femi, he has made like $30 million in 2 fights. The biggest money he made in MMA was 400,000. You can make the comparison. Yes, he has in 2 fights, he made 20 against AJ, 10 against Fury. In the biggest fight of his career in MMA, the last fight was 400,000. Make the 400,000 pounds. Make the comparison. So you begin to see that a lot of people will devalue the essence of boxing as a sport. They will now begin to see it like we see the entertainment in wrestling now. That's the way the people begin to see it. And for me, it's so sad.
Of course, a lot of pundits who shared the same thoughts with you are saying that we do not even see enough competition in the heavyweight category. Not no now with what is ahead of Cameroon when it comes to sports now. I don't know whether you saw on social media, they shared a picture of Andre Onana with Manchester United, inside the net. And of course, Ngannou, when he was thrown to the canvas by Anthony Joshua, it was a similar picture. And Nigerians are just making fun of Cameroonians on social media. Let's go on this break. When we return, we'll be talking about our star in the diaspora on this episode. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still Sport Africa. Of course, we've been having fun on the show today. Of course, as Star in Diaspora, we'll be going to Zambia, and it's no other person than Barbara Banda. Of course, she's a popular figure in female football in Africa. Recently, she signed for Orlando Pride, and she becomes the second most expensive footballer on the continent for a female footballer. And James, you remember Rachel Kundanaji, who recently signed for FC Bay, and now the same lady from another lady from the same country becoming the second most expensive female footballer on not even in Africa, on the in the world. Is there a power shift now somehow, James, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Cameroon? I don't know how you want to see now to Zambia. We saw they eliminated the Black Princesses in the qualifier for the Olympics. Now, Barbara Banda again becoming the second most expensive female footballer on the continent. On the world, rather, in the world.
Yeah, good one for Zambia, good one for African football. Just to show that not all the attention is on the Super Falcons. Just to show that there are other talented female footballers on the continent. I mean, so it's a good one. At least attention will shift towards them, and maybe that will kind of help their football. There will be other panning up. Very good one. But talking about whether there's a power shift, I mean, there's no power shift. If you check out the ranking for African women's football right from onset till this date.
No, I'm talking about maybe attention now. A shift in attention from what used to be in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Cameroon, now to Zambia.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good one. Please, it goes to show that the other teams who are taking the when are the days where it was about Super Falcons, the Black Queens, South Africa, Equatorial Guinea, Morocco too, they are in the picture now. Zambia too, they did very well at the last Olympics. I think they won a game at the last World Cup. They also won a game, and they gave a good account of themselves. So it goes to show that football on the continent is really, really improving. Other teams are making the WAFCON very, very competitive now. They're going to the days when the Super Falcons will just sweep through everybody, but now
just throw to the center.
You have contenders, serious contenders. At some point, it was now Nigeria, Ghana. South Africa came to the mix. Zambia are now in the mix. Morocco, too, at the last WAFCON, they got to the final. And they are going to host again. So it's a good one for African football. Other players are really, really stepping up. we're going to see. I hope we'll see more players who will step into the shoes of somebody like Asisa Shuala, who is gradually easing out, and so that it not be like an Nigerian affair. I think we want to see African female footballers mounting the podium and winning awards. So it's a good one for African football.
Okay. Yeah, well, James. Okay, let's talk about Experience and versus Eto'o du Sahel. And Experience, they left it late. It was in the 80th minute that Experience got the winner this time. They've not taken it to 21 victories against Eto'o du Sahel, against Eto'o du Sahel's 8 wins. And remember, it still remains 14 draws in the 43rd times that they have faced each other. And in the championship playoff in Tunisia, Esperance, they are sitting pretty comfortable at the top of the table, Kayode.
Yeah, well, like you said, even though they left it a little bit late, it was expected to be an Esperance victory. I said as much the last time we were here. They have everything going their way for me. They won their last 4 games. So you in this, of course, in big games like this, you don't expect the other team to roll over. So it's understandable if this game stretched for that long before they got the winning goal. But the fact is, nobody in this no, I'm not going to use that word. It sounds insulting. Nobody, no serious pundit would have taken this game beyond Esperance to win. If they had lost this game or even drawn it, it would have been like an upset.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been an upset, kind of. But now with the win, everybody thinks, oh, what do you expect? They should have won. So, and I think all is well now that they eventually did.
Okay, of course, because Eto'o du Sahel they've been in a terrible state of form of late. And if you saw the table, the six teams in the championship playoff, you have CX Spartan, you have Club Africain, you have Eto'o du Sahel itself. They are all keen up behind them. Esperance at the top. So Esperance, they are on the verge of winning another title in the Tunisian top flight. Guys, thank you so much for your time on the show today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Femi.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. See you next time.
All right. Okay. Before I forget, our producer, thank you so much. And to our Muslim brothers and sisters across the continent, we said, of course, the fast in the Muslim holy month of Ramadan kicks off today. So we wish that God will answer all your prayers. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please share our videos. Click on that notification button so that you get the video as soon as they drop. Of course, we will keep our fingers crossed as far as the development regarding the coaching job of the Super Eagles of Nigeria is concerned, because that is the biggest football brand in the country. Hopefully, the NFF will get the decision right this time. I remain Ashalulu Afemi. Have a fantastic week ahead of you. Bye for now.